Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton. We got Tony here, Branson and Miguel. This is the pre-podcast as we prepare for the podcast where we're going to talk a lot about what happened over the weekend in Minneapolis. Just shocking, devastating stuff. I was glued to it all weekend like a lot of people. And since we're TMZ, we're going to do the celebrity angle to this whole debacle, to put it lightly. Billie Eilish is calling on all celebrities to speak up now. Like, now is the time to speak up. And it's interesting that a lot of major celebrities, given what's happening in the country right now, haven't used their platforms. Everyone's got a platform, to some degree. And I think that, Billie's probably right, that there are celebrities like Taylor Swift, who is almost apolitical these days, doesn't use her platform to push any social change. So I don't know what she's sitting at home thinking when she sees these videos, but she's not letting us know what she thinks of it. It might be helpful. LeBron James, he usually speaks up in these sort of instances. He's an athlete activist. But as yet, he hasn't talked about Alex Pretti and what's happening with ICE around Minnesota. Kim Kardashian is she's a political activist. She's always in and out of jail trying to free people, and she deeply cares about social injustice. But she hasn't spoken up yet.
I think the deal here is that they have to be really careful what they say, because everyone takes what they say very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
They pick apart everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a celebrity like LeBron, Taylor, especially Taylor, I feel like it's best for Taylor to stay out of this.
But she's kind of I think that actually she has an obligation to sort of you don't have to curate a careful statement. You can just say what's happening is not American. What's happening is I've seen documentaries on TV about about masked people going in and getting civilians in trouble, and it happened in dictatorships in these documentaries. It's crazy to see. I think that if they don't speak up, then what are they waiting for? Justin Bieber always talks about how what did he say? I wrote down here. During the Black Lives Matter, Bieber said, "I'm committed to using my platform from this day forward to learn to speak up about racial injustice and systematic oppression." He hasn't though. He just does performative activism. Some of these celebrities just do it when convenient, when trendy. But why? I just don't understand why everyone isn't just going, "Whoa! American citizens are being killed on the street just for holding a camera. Whoa, this is crazy." I don't know why more celebrities aren't doing it. Branson, do you have any clues? We were talking earlier today about... Do you have any ideas about why some celebrities aren't speaking up now?
This one's interesting because there's really no clear-cut side for both sides, for conservatives, because conservatives are now upset too as well. This one's different.
Conservatives are upset by this too?
Yeah, there's a lot of it's very polarizing on that side too. We're seeing more so outrage on the other side as well.
Yeah.
This one was probably the one that crossed the line for a lot of people.
Right. Right. I think that's probably true. A lot of celebrities have spoken up though. Jennifer Aniston usually doesn't speak very much, and she spoke up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that some people just like to craft their words correctly, and the next few days we'll see something. Probably from Taylor, we'll probably see at least something.
Why does Taylor? I mean, I know the reason. She wants to protect her brand at all costs, but why not use your platform for good ever? Why only use it for profit? That's what it just feels like. Doesn't it feel like that? She's so interested in protecting her brand that she doesn't voice her opinion. I don't know what her opinions are. All I know politically is one time she baked a tray of cupcakes and they had blue on them for Democrats. That was years ago. That's basically all she says about politics. And when American citizens are being killed on the street by like masked men who you don't know who they are.
Did these people say anything about Renee Good when she was?
Yes, some of these people have said Renee Good stuff, like obviously Mark Ruffalo. He's always speaking out. Natalie Portman wore Sundance is going on right now. Sundance is going on. So like a lot of these celebrities are at Sundance and they're wearing pins and stuff.
Who was the celebrity that had an issue at the Oscars with the pin on there that they were wearing?
That was Ruffalo, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, Bill Maher?
Bill Maher.
Oh, Bill
He said
Maher
he
had a
doesn't need to
pin.
wear a pin to be a good person.
Right. I mean, a pin is just a pin. I agree.
Yeah.
A pin is just a pin.
Huh?
How are you, Devin? Happy
How
Monday?
are you?
I'm all right.
You didn't shower this morning or what?
Why you say didn't shower? Oh, yeah, I got artwork on me.
Yeah.
No, I don't shower in the morning.
Yeah, I don't either, actually.
Well, good you're here, man. We're gonna get stuck into the podcast now. We've got some pretty dense topics.
Yeah.
Specifically, what happened over the weekend in Minneapolis with Alex Pretti. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna lead the podcast with that, and then we got a couple other ones. Kanye West is trying to apologize for all of his anti-Semitic actions. He took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal just then. This story just breaking. And we're also going to talk about Sydney Sweeney. She's doing an ad too. She put bras on the Hollywood sign. Literally put her bras on the Hollywood sign. Strange.
Yep.
Well, actually very appropriate. Almost on the nose. It's like, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you ready, Branson?
Yeah, I was just kind of laughing at the fact that Andy Dick is already out of rehab.
How long was he in rehab for a week?
No, he was there.
Yeah,
No,
like
he was
2
there
weeks.
for a month.
Oh wow, time flies.
There's no way that's enough time. Not for
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's in another facility now, but he's like
in a sober living facility.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's kind of like
I think
rehab.
usually people go to rehab for 30 days.
okay.
That's
30
usually
days.
what it
Yeah.
is.
This is good.
Nick Reiner did that, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
let's do that. Are we losing people because we're not doing the top
we're
story?
good. Sorry, I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I saw that.
Okay, let's get started, okay? Here we go. TMZ podcast starting right now. We are going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton. This is Devin Rahl.
What's your vibe right now?
I've got a, reasonable vibe. A reasonable
I don't know.
vibe.
You don't seem like your normal self.
In a good way or a bad way?
Just not as. I don't know. Everything okay?
I mean, look, it's a pretty troubling time to
Yeah.
living in.
No,
the
I
world.
think a lot of people think that way.
Yeah, I mean, you pinch yourself if this is really like what's going on. This feels like we're living in a dystopian movie.
Right.
So this being TMZ, we're going to discuss when entertainment meets politics. We're talking about Billie Eilish has called out celebrities saying, why haven't you guys spoken up about what happened with Alex Pretti?
In Minneapolis, yep.
So we're going to go through some of the celebrities who have, and also some of the celebrities who haven't spoken out, who are kind of on Billie Eilish's shit list.
Interesting.
We'll also talk about Kanye West, who just this morning took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal to apologize for saying he loves Nazis and stuff.
A little too late, don't you think?
Yeah. Did you read it?
I did. I actually thought it was very well written.
Yeah, I thought it was well
Yeah,
written too.
yeah.
I don't want to forgive him. I don't want to
I
forgive
know.
him.
But did he write it though? Is the real question. Or Chat GPT'd it?
But it was written casually but emotionally. We'll read some of it.
Yeah. No, I read it this morning.
And finally, Sydney Sweeney, the Hollywood star known for her breasts. Guess what? she
Not
did?
an actress.
Well, guess
Not
what
her
she
acting.
did to promote her new line.
She put her bras on the Hollywood sign.
Oh wow, perfect! They didn't take a marketing team that long to come up with that.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either.
We're live.
We're talking about it though.
We're talking about it. You win again, Sydney and your boobs. We're live on YouTube. If you're out there, leave your comments or questions. We'll read them out at the end of the show. If you're on Spotify or what is it? Apple, iTunes. What is it?
Yeah, I'm an Apple guy.
Is it called Apple
myself.
Podcast? Apple Podcast.
Yeah, just Apple.
Are you an Apple Podcast guy?
Yeah, I've always had Apple, so I use Apple. Like,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know. I tried to just switch over to Spotify.
I'm a Spotify guy.
and I just don't like change in my life. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Inertia.
Yeah.
Well, wherever you're joining us, thank
Yeah.
you. Please subscribe. We're on our subscribe drive.
Yep.
Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, LeBron James, all of them, or none of them, have commented on what happened over the weekend in Minneapolis when Alex Pretti was killed by ICE officers.
Second person now killed in Minnesota, which is
After
kind of
Renee Good.
crazy. that
Actually, there's
it's-
been a lot more. There's been a lot others, but they just haven't been reported because
Got it.
we
So-
just got the white ones that have been reported.
Oh, is that what's going on here?
Some of the immigrants have died
Yes,
while
that's
they've
true.
been
That's true.
detained. But oh my God, like looking at the footage over the weekend, as we all did, it's crazy that you just see this thing happening and you see. We didn't used to be allowed to see people dying like this on film. Like, but now it's everywhere.
Right. But also, I don't know if you had this thought, but I also was thinking over the weekend when all the different videos are coming out is that, people talk about a lot of the negatives of social media, right? And all the different like bad things about social media. The one thing that I feel like is very positive is like, you think back in the day, like when people didn't have social media and didn't have camera phones, whatever the government said or whatever officials said or the local news reported, essentially that was just what everyone that this is what happened, like, and that's everyone just takes their word for it. But now it's like the government or whoever can come out and say, oh, this is what happened, and then we get 10 different videos of different angles showing actually what happened.
Not to get too off topic, but did you over the weekend as well on TikTok, some people were saying their abolish ICE sort of posts or anything negative, that situation were taken down by TikTok.
Oh, really?
That a lot of these big tech people are in Trump's pocket, and so are that maybe what you're describing might happen again.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess that pushes back on that theory, but I just still think they're going to get out. You know what I mean?
agree.
Like these videos are going to get out to the public, and people can look at all the videos and watch everything go down, and you can form your own opinion on what you think actually happened.
Totally. Well,
You know what I mean?
it was hard to watch that and not be like affected, and
For sure.
a lot of celebrities were. So this being TMZ, we'll cover the celebrity perspective. Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas.
They're always pretty outspoken on politics.
They're always very outspoken, and particularly Billie. She said, "Hey, my fellow celebrities, are you going to speak up?" And so we thought we'd sort of like lead the show with that, talking about what celebrities have spoken up about this current weekend's issues. Like some in the past have said things, and which haven't. So. Jennifer Aniston, she never really speaks up that much. She's very sort of, but she thinks that what happened just isn't about politics. It's apolitical, and you just can't, ignore it anymore.
I mean, people are getting murdered.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that people are getting just murdered, and it's just like, oh, they were resisting. It's like,
but this guy wasn't.
Yeah, no, I know. That's
why this one with Alex Pretti is the most sort of like cut and dry, obvious, shouldn't have happened because of who he was and because we see him on tape not doing anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see him on tape just trying to help that woman, and I think, of course, there's always the things that like complicate situations or at least give people some argument because he, had a gun on him, but he also is a registered gun owner.
And don't you believe in the Second Amendment?
Yeah, and usually those people are very protective of the Second Amendment, and he had a concealed carry permit, so he wasn't doing anything wrong.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so are you saying that not a lot of big celebrities have spoken out about this?
Not a lot of big celebrities have spoken out, which is kind of curious, right? Like, because if you got a platform, like this is our platform, sort of, it's not a very big one, but you kind of use
It's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger every day. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe. But I mean, okay, so at Sundance is going on right now. Sundance, the big film festival?
Yeah, and Utah?
So some people wore pins.
No, I saw Natalie Portman said something.
Natalie Portman, she wore a pin and spoke out. She talked to reporters. What's happening in our country is obscene. The brutality of ICE has to stop immediately. Edward Norton, similarly, told the Hollywood Reporter, these days, it's like, what are we going to do about the mass Gestapo shooting American citizens?
Yeah.
Elijah Wood spoke out.
So the point you're trying to make here is you feel like more people should speak out. Me personally, like, I think like I get it if you have that platform and you can reach a bunch of people and you're passionate about something. You definitely, I mean, good on you if you do. But like me as a citizen, I'm not looking to Kim Kardashian and
I know you're not.
and LeBron James.
You're not, but some are.
Yeah, I guess some are. I guess maybe I just don't. It's like I don't really care what those people are saying. I want like actual change to be made.
Totally. But whether or not their voice has any effect, and that can be debated, but why not just use it at least? Like Justin Bieber, he spoke a few years ago. He said, "I'm committed to using my platform from this day forward to learn to speak up about racial injustice and systematic oppression." And he hasn't spoken up about systematic oppression.
Yeah, I don't really think Justin Bieber. Can't think of one thing he ever really spoke on politically.
Well, why isn't Taylor Swift?
I mean, she never does. She never does, man. I know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know that question. I don't know if it's the type of thought of like, hey, I want to have this, brand squeaky clean. It's not even squeaky clean, but just brand image where I don't get into any divisive issue because I don't want either side to not consume.
If that's true, then that's like kind of cold-hearted.
Yeah,
you care so much about getting more. You're already a billionaire.
Yeah,
about getting more money for you rather than saying what's happening shouldn't happen in any state. And like, don't you need momentum to sort of like turn the tide so that like almost 4 times the amount of ICE officers are going to be like about a year after that Donald Trump came in. Like so many more ICE officers, so many more detentions.
I just need some explanation of like, why do they seem so unorganized?
Because they've just been trained.
It just doesn't seem like they know what the hell they're doing.
At the moment, I was reading last night that training for ICE is 42 days. It was 47 because the Trump said, let's get it to 47 days because I'm the president. But since then, it's been reduced to 42.
It's just...
And these are the people on the streets... Like, with Alex Pretti.
Yeah.
And it's just very troubling and scary. And it's weird that like Kim Kardashian, she's like a social justice hero, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah. For people she feels like were like wrongly imprisoned.
Yeah. LeBron James, he's like a social justice warrior too.
He's been very outspoken in the past on different things.
But not here. Like George Floyd, that happened in Minneapolis too. LeBron James, very outspoken.
Yep.
Like, come on, help us out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we usually don't. I try not to get too political too much on this show because it's almost like this should be a break.
Yeah. No, I think,
but sometimes you should. Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah. I mean, like this, I know sometimes people go to TMZ, like you said, for like a break from like all the seriousness stuff. But sometimes stories like this are so big that we have to talk about them.
Totally. Okay. On to our
next. And important, for sure.
And important, yeah. On to our next story. Kanye West took out a full ad in the Wall Street Journal to apologize.
I didn't know people still did this.
They don't.
What are we in the 90s?
I know. Kanye's kind of behind the times.
Taking out an ad in a newspaper?
And it's got too many words on it, the ad. Ads usually need to have just like a catchphrase and like...
Yeah.
But this is like a full-on
It was like an expose.
I mean, I had time to read it, and so I did, and I was kind of... I hate to say that I was impressed by it, but...
I will say this. I don't know if you're going to read some quotes and stuff from it, but one thing I will say about it is like, he basically just talks about, I mean, I know you're like, oh, he's just using an excuse, but this whole undiagnosed brain damage he had from his near fatal car crash like 20 years ago, and how basically, he's bipolar. And I mean, that's kind of what I thought all along, though.
Yeah.
That's why when you guys get so outraged at like things he says, I do think some of them are absolutely disgusting, but none of it can be taken seriously.
I know, but when do you have to hold him accountable, even if it's the mental illness that is contributing to him saying them?
I know. It's hard for me because like, I think someone made this point. I actually thought this point was kind of interesting. I know he obviously has a much bigger platform than these people, but like, do you hold people accountable that are like homeless people on the street that have schizophrenia and are saying all sorts of vile stuff?
No.
Exactly. And I think he has a serious mental disease that he's openly talking about, and it's like, you don't have to, like, obviously some of the stuff he said disgusting, and if you want to not listen, write him off, not listen to his music, not buy his clothing, by all means, but it's just like, the guy has issues.
Okay, so here are some of his statements. It's entitled "Those I Hurt." He's apologizing to those I hurt.
Which should be the Jewish people.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
He says, look, I've lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. He says, It does not excuse what I did. I'm not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. Okay. He also addresses the black community, which of course he's wronged in the like. Remember on TMZ, he said slavery.
Yeah, that was a big moment.
He said it's being black is unquestionably the foundation of who I am, and so he says I'm sorry, I've let you down. He's also said, look, at the end he ended with, I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply to ask you for your patience and understanding as I find my way home.
But we've followed Kanye West for so long now. This is what he does.
Yes,
it's
sorry.
Ebbs and flows. It's like then you'll be like, wow, like he's like I said before, he came on this came into this office, and I'm like, damn, he's like a really like nice, charming guy. And then he'll just go off the rails again.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, do I think he's probably sorry? And do I think he's not a Nazi? I mean, he went around parading like one for years. So that was odd.
I do agree. He just wanted to shock. I don't think
well, you always think your thing is more the mental health thing. You think he just loves being shocking.
He loves
going against the grain.
That he even said that in this thing, that when he wanted to like clap back against, he said he was having a hard time at home, a hard time professionally.
A lot of people have a hard time at home and professionally and don't become Nazis.
Right. Well, he said he tried to pick the most divisive symbol he could.
Well, he did it. Well, he picked the right one.
Well, yeah, he got that right, I suppose. But I mean, can you really forgive Kanye?
At this point, he's been written off for so long. It's like I don't even know what to think.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure he'll be just as.
I mean,
he's forgiven by whoever he wants to be forgiven.
Yeah, I mean, people will ride and die for Kanye, but yeah, there he is, putting his full paid advertisement in the Wall Street Journal, apologizing.
Okay, final story. Sydney Sweeney climbed the Hollywood sign with her bras, and she draped them all over the Hollywood sign, and now she's being investigated because she did not have permission to touch or climb the Hollywood sign.
Which is odd to me because someone as big as Sydney Sweeney, like they know you have to get permits and stuff. So apparently they did get a permit, right? But just not to actually film the sign. Is that what happened?
To not touch or climb the sign.
Got it.
They could film the sign, but not touch or climb. But they draped all these bras. She's selling bras, basically, her own bras. I just thought this campaign is so on the nose. Like...
they're looking to,
it's like lazy marketing, bro.
Oh, you think it's lazy, but you were cool. What about the Hollyweed guys who made it Hollyweed?
That's kind of cool.
That was kind of on the nose
Hollyweed,
too.
Yeah.
You remember those guys who vandalized the sign?
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, so she's teamed up with Jeff Bezos for this new lingerie line.
Of course she did. Jeff Bezos is just like a yucky old man.
I mean, she was at his wedding, so clearly they have some relationship. So apparently they obtained the permit to shoot near it, but it did not allow her to touch, climb, or alter it in any way, and had strict conditions that they clear. I mean, this is going to be like, I guess the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, they're the ones who actually own that land. They're upset about it.
Look, we're helping. This is the ad right now.
Yeah, I know.
She wants to get in trouble.
I know.
So we talk about the trouble. We're doing her ad right now, showing it. I don't know who her target market is for the bras because, like, are women buying the Sydney Sweeney bra for themselves or are boyfriends buying it for their girlfriends?
Is it one of the? Are they one of those bombshell situations? You remember those back in the day?
They made it like way
yeah,
bigger.
they were like Victoria's Secrets, and it's like all of a sudden a girl would have huge boobs. You don't remember those?
No, did they like really do wonders on your youth?
I mean, they looked great, but then it was all padding. It was all fake. It was all phony.
Deceitful.
It was basically probably like when clearly I never did this, but you probably were a sock guy, stuffer.
Wear a sock stuffer? I mean, if I was going for a swim.
Did you wear Speedos growing up? Isn't that an Aussie thing?
I think we had to at like swim meets and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never worn one.
You never worn a Speedo?
No, never.
In your whole life?
Never mind. I probably never will. I can't imagine there'd be a time.
That is shocking.
What do you mean? There's swim trunks. I'm good with the trunks.
You've never put on a Speedo?
Never in my entire... Have you guys?
You've never put on Speedos
the only
either?
person in America who would put on a Speedo is like if you're a swimmer.
Oh, really? You don't do that at school?
School? That's the last place I would be wearing a Speedo.
I know, but that's just what you'd swim in.
No.
Wow, that just blew my mind.
Never wore a Speedo.
Americans so prude.
I just like swim trunks do the job, bro. I don't need.
No, they
Speedo.
don't.
Yes, they do.
If you want to swim faster, you wear something that's like.
When are
hugging.
you trying to swim fast, man?
Why do you put the cap on unless you're trying to swim fast?
Yeah, I'm not a swimmer, bro.
You've never put a swim cap on either?
Never.
Bullshit.
I swear. Find a photo of me in a Speedo and a swim cap, and you're gonna make one probably.
Goggles?
Yeah, of course I've had goggles on. When you're a kid and you're catching the little what are those things called? Submarines under the water?
Right.
Yeah, or you throw those little things.
We started this
Or
episode
rings.
so serious and ended it so not serious.
I know. Let's read the comments.
Yeah.
Ricadius Rex. Nobody is obligated to speak out on this issue. Yeah. I mean, no one is obligated, but what you're saying is you think if they should.
Yeah.
Because they have a platform. Lisa Panier, OWTA.
You don't know what that means? You're a bad TMZ employee.
OWTA.
Out with their asses.
Oh, that's Harvey's,
That's Harvey's
thing about.
main saying.
Well, he wants all the Congress people because they're
Harvey
not.
tried to
they're not
invent a
because they're
catchphrase.
not doing anything. Okay, yeah, I do. He hasn't said it in a while.
I know, I
That's
think it
why
lost
I think
steam.
it lost a little steam. But yeah, I do remember he was saying it like every day.
Right.
Renee Kennedy, because that's not true. People are not being shot for holding cameras. They're being shot for holding weapons such as vehicles and guns. Be responsible with your platform.
But this Alex Pretti, which we're directly talking about, wasn't holding a weapon or in a vehicle. He was.
he
holding
had
a camera.
he had a gun on.
Which is legal.
Yeah, that was taken from him from the videos.
Maybe I'm mistaken, but wasn't the Second Amendment? Isn't it about like kind of protecting yourself from a tyrannical government?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's kind of what's happening. And so instead that his gun on him is being used as a reason to kill him rather than a reason he should hold it.
Yeah.
That was always the reason I heard. And here it is in perfect. Anyway.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're actually 100% right on that. The working man. Here we go again, asking celebrities to be activists. Yeah, see, I do think there is a certain part of the general public that gets turned off by that. I don't. I just don't care what celebrities think. But I think there are some people that like when celebrities speak out, it almost like pushes them away even more. You don't think so?
I just think it's interesting having a platform and not using it now. Like otherwise, why have it? What are you going to... I don't know.
Yeah. Nicole Walker, not politics, it's immoral.
Yeah.
No one should be killed. Darlene Mitchell, Justin Bieber is Canadian until he is an American. He needs to stay in his politics, just saying. He's Canadian, but that dude lives in the U.S.
True.
He's lived here forever. His kid was born here.
It's kind of Canada versus America right now.
That guy is more United States than Canadian at
I
this
feel
point.
he's more United States too.
Sydney Sweeney, Pink Blue, Bezos involved, boycott it.
Yeah, it's Bezos and Sydney Sweeney teaming up on a bra.
I mean,
what could go wrong?
I mean, he's got a lot of money to back a company. You're saying if you were trying to start a company, you wouldn't want his money?
Totally, but he's just like such a uncool. Like, what are we gonna do?
Well,
Okay,
you
Sydney
know,
Sweeney, she's got boobs, like, let's go,
his
bra.
wife is going to be in the ads.
Oh, his wife. Oh.
100%
Totally.
is going to be in the ads.
If you put a little nipple on the top of his head, it looks like a boob. Bald? Is that true?
That's any bald guy.
True.
What a weird
I just
thought.
thought of it.
What a weird thought. Don Banks on Kanye West. I think that Kanye has lucid moments. He has not been right since his mother died, so his high intelligence sneaks through occasionally.
I mean, he's a genius, but like a crazy genius.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like he'll be like pretty steady for a while and then do something else that's just insane.
It's the same old
and then
label.
there'll just be another apology.
Right.
Susan guy, Patriots won, off to the Super Bowl.
Congrats, Patriots. I'm a Broncos fan.
I know that was a real bummer of a game, huh?
It was a weird game. Like,
well,
just all
the snow. Like I was like kind of like nodding off during it, and I woke up and you couldn't even see the field.
No, and they couldn't. I've never seen a game where they just couldn't really play because it was so snowy.
No, I know. Patriots versus Seahawks again. That was a pretty epic Super Bowl a few years ago.
All right, thanks for.